Happy full moon in Scorpio, May 12th, 2025. It is Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. So anyone with that illness, I'm praying for you every day, just like myself, because I have it, which it sucks. Some days you don't feel like getting up or moving or doing anything. And then other days you're just like, please, please, God, let me do this today. Let me do this for work. Let me go to work. Let me be happy. Let me not have pain. Let me not have numbness in my face, down my arm, in my legs, or whatever. But that's nothing compared to the pain that you can get from emotional, psychological, verbal, and narcissistic abuse. Actually, if you have fibromyalgia and you're around someone that causes that abuse, it will become worse and worse. I remember when I was deep in the narcissistic abusive relationships, and I just remember getting stressed out, and I could just feel like right here on my face would go numb. It would go numb down my arm, it would go numb down my leg. I'd have brain fog. I couldn't even get a thought in straight. So if you're dealing with this and you're in narcissistic abuse, please, I advise you to get out, because sometimes it just amplifies every symptom of abuse. It makes it worse and worse. The more abuse you get, the more your brain fog will start. You can't even get a cohesive thought in your brain, you know? Gotta get out. And to all the abusers in my life, thank you for that hard lesson. I really, really appreciate that lesson in my life, because now I know how people really are. I'm not blinded to anything anymore. I can recognize it in pretty much probably about 30 seconds to a minute at this point. So I'm happy about that. Thank you, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, for sending me these life lessons to make me a better person, to make me stronger, to make me the person that I am today, and to also raise my frequency and make me realize I don't need to be a people pleaser. I don't need to be happy from that alone. I don't need to give to anybody. I need to give to charities and help people, but people that really need it, such as homeless shelters, food pantries, helping with the abused animals or rescue animals. That's my goal. My goal is to help those kind of people, not to help the users and abusers that like to play little mind games on people and hurt people, and they think it's funny. And if you don't think that they know what they're doing, they know what they're doing. You know, they've had studies, psychologists have studies, and they've had a room of domestic abuse violators that have been put in jail, and they put them in a room. They put like 20 men in a room, and they asked them, when do you think that it's appropriate to abuse your victim? And at first they wouldn't answer, but then the first one answered, and he said, oh, I would wait till I was living with them or they were pregnant, and I told them that to quit their job and to get them in the home and not have support. And then another one goes, pick me, and said I would do isolate their friends and family and only let them talk to me. Another person would say, I wouldn't give them any compliments, make them feel insecure, and always wanting me to give them some little breadcrumbs of hope, you know. It goes on and on. I'm gonna try to find that study, and I'll link it up in the description. But it was pretty eye-opening to think that these people really do this on a regular basis. And all abuse is really, if you boil it down to one thing, it's control. They want to have control over people. They want to control the narrative. They want to control everything around them. And if you don't agree to it, or it's like, you know, you're not part of the player, the game. You're the, you know, they want to make you an NPC, like a non-player character in a video game, you know, just like, I want you to give me things and I want you to help me, but I don't want you to be the main character. I want you to be the supporting role so I can abuse you and you can help me out and get me ahead, and I can do whatever I want and buy whatever I want and do whatever I want, but you can't. That's why when you get entrenched in these kind of narcissistic or abusive, you know, relationships, they'll control you with the narrative of, hey, you always have to ask me for everything. But, you know, they can do whatever they want. They can buy whatever they want. I can remember exes going out and buying, you know, like a $2,500 mountain bike. And it's like, oh, well, you know, whatever, you know. Not a big deal. But if you even ask for money, I can't remember being financially abused so bad that I had like $50 in my bank account and I didn't have enough money, you know, to buy groceries, or I didn't have enough money to go get gas to take the kids to school, and having to beg like a teenager for an allowance to call. Even when they steal from you and they take your money, they want to control the money, you know, like, it's so weird, you know, they can have nothing. And then they'll be like, they'll want to control all aspects of the business or something like that, even though you're the one with the money. It's really weird. I've had that with business partners where I've fronted the money and they've ripped me off. And I opened a shop before and I would put out displays, and then the next day I'd come in, everything would be changed. You know, they really were just like, they just wanted me around for the money. They want to do whatever they want, be whatever they want. You're just going to have to go and toe the line, you know. You got to be the yes person. Yes to everything. Yes to their abuse. Yes to their stories. Yes to their storyline of whatever they want. Yes to the future plans. Yes, yes, yes. As they gaslight you with lies and make you feel insecure. It's really, really, really scary. And as I was going back to the health issue, when you get in these situations, then they get so bad that you feel like you are just so physically ill, not just mentally ill, that you're beat down. A lot of times you'll have physical body aches, brain fog, you'll gain weight because your cortisol levels are like amped up so high, you'll gain weight. I can remember after I got divorced, I lost 20 pounds. It was like in 3 months. 3 months. It's like down like 3 pant sizes. It's crazy. It's heartbreaking to think that the people that you love and care about, that you think is your partner, is silently destroying you behind you, breaking down everything about you, breaking down your self-esteem, making you feel unworthy, to control. Try not to let that happen to you. I mean, I know it's hard because when you're being gaslit and you're trauma bonded in the relationship, they've already gone around a few cycles in a circle, like the love bombing, the devaluing, and then the discard. They do it again and again, and sometimes they just want to break up with you so they can go cheat and do whatever they want. Somewhere on the demo, they're really attracted to a different sex than what you are. You know, there's all kinds of things that could happen. They want you to be the money person. They want you to be the mommy girlfriend. They want you to be the reliable one. I just call it, oh, reliable. Oh, reliable. They want you to be that person. As they go out, they pillow talk with somebody that's just like them, just as abusive as them, and then laugh about you and have their little pillow talks. Some people are like, why do you keep bringing this up? I'm telling you why I'm bringing this up, because I don't want people to have this happen to them. I want them to recognize how deviant these people really are. And they're so calculating. Don't let them ever fool you. No amount of childhood trauma that they had when they were children would make them, you know, necessarily be like this. It's a tendency that they have chosen to be like. I had childhood trauma when I was younger. I'm not like that. I don't treat people like that. I don't use people. And when you walk away, you're going to get more abuse because you had the audacity to walk away. They will mess with you if you have children involved in child support and alimony, all that stuff. They will mess with that to no ends, make you financially devastated. But the one thing they can't ever take from you is your identity, your love for yourself. They can try to destroy, which, when you walk away, I'm under the assumption that, hey, bye, didn't work out, let's go, bye, good riddance. But, it's not like I'm going to be bothering you or anything after that, or any other relationship that you have after myself. I'm just like, go away. But they have the audacity to get their new supplies involved and talk about how bad you were and evil. And of course, you're crazy. The number one thing that they always say is like, the ex is crazy. Then you'll have some stranger that you don't even know that literally knows so much about you. Because when you were with this person, you told them about your life. You told them about your childhood trauma. You told them about your fears. You told them about your desires. You told them about everything that you had in your life that you wanted and how they could do that, And guess what? Then they sit around with somebody that you don't even know and tell them all this information from the perspective of what they say, the calculating statements that they say about you, when in reality, they really don't even know you because they didn't even get the time to know you. They have a cookie cutter version of what you are. They think of you as stupid, a chump to manipulate because you cared so much that they thought that you were the doormat that they could stomp on and walk on with their muddy feet every single day of their life, and you'd still be there. And when you leave, they just can't believe it, and they still bother you years later. But like I said earlier, thanks for the life lessons, because now I recognize all these bad traits in people, and there's a lot. I noticed it in the workplace. I noticed it in relationships. I noticed it in family dynamics. It's sad. And when you have family like this, they treat you like you're subhuman, and they see you like a cookie cutter version. And they, you may have cut these people off long ago, and they remember you from like 20 years ago. And everybody evolves. Well, most people evolve, but not narcissists. They usually stay the same, or they morph into whatever mask of the moment that they choose to be. Heck, they could be walking around acting like you, dressing like you, talking like you. It's really effing scary. I've seen it. The copycats. They want to be in your skin because they're so unhappy with their own self, and they have no self-worth and no self-identity. You'll get that a lot. So today, on the Scorpio full moon, may you be blessed and stay on the path of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. This is a strong full moon. Get rid of all the negativity in your life. And try to be happy in each and every day. And may God bless you always. And I'll be praying for you. From one victim that's not a victim anymore ever again. Stay strong and be a warrior now. I hope you have a wonderful day. The sun is finally coming out. Look at that. Sun's out. It's been dreary all day. Cheers to you. I'll talk again soon. And once again, I want to make sure that everyone knows that I pray for everyone that is in narcissistic abuse or any other kind of abusive situation, that you're better, that you've escaped this awful, awful life, and that you are happy. I pray if you have fibromyalgia or any other illness that you are healed. Don't ever forget to have faith in God, because He is almighty and powerful. Cheers for Florida. I'll be praying for you. Have a good day.